You want to talk about it now?
Well, let's not talk about it now. Well, I know this is what I want to talk about. We can talk about that off the air. But Dave, if we would have said Penn State's got a huge challenge against an unbeaten team, and Penn State's unbeaten late in the year, we would have automatically assumed it was going to be Ohio State, and it still is going to be at. But they got another challenge.
What about these wacky Gophers in their way?
What a pleasant surprise, I think, actually.
As far as something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, but let's get to this first, because to me, I thought this was one of the very most impressive, if not the most impressive wins in James Franklin's tenure. And as far as a road win against a competitive team, we don't know exactly whether Michigan State's a good team.
Yeah, desperate team, but bad weather.
Yeah, but all of the different intangibles, as I said to Franklin after the game, looked like they were going against Penn State. Michigan State off a bye week. They got another bye week after this. They went through a couple of grinding games at Iowa against Michigan. This awful weather, this house of horrors that they've had to deal with here. He said he didn't deal with it psychologically, but he knows it's real.
Yeah.
But they came through ready to play and played great. In some really bad conditions.
Absolutely. Very difficult 3-game stretch. It was really, in a lot of ways, it sounds corny to say, but complimentary football is working for Penn State. The defense is deep. Only given up 3 points in the first quarter all year. They've started fast. Sean Clifford played very well in the rain.
Boy, did he play
and outplayed a veteran quarterback where you would think if there was an edge in that department, maybe it would be Lewerke because of his experience. That wasn't the case. And I have to say, in the 3 wins the 3 most recent wins that were challenging, Iowa, Michigan, and this game, the player that's had his fingerprints all over it has been Blake Gillikin. If you look at him in all 3 games, he has been a weapon. And I'm not sure.
And games when they needed him.
I'm not sure in 2 of the 3 games they necessarily win them if he doesn't punt lights out. He had help from his coverage people too, but it's been about field position. It's been about making teams go the length of the field. It's been about good red zone defense. It's been about timely offense. Noah Cain started the game, but he might have a fairly significant issue with his lower leg. James doesn't think it's going to be serious, but we'll see. Only got 6 carries. The run game never really got going, Dave. They had to find a way to win, and to their credit, they did.
And Pat Fryermuth, very involved. Not from any direction, I don't think. It's just the way things worked out. Clifford, I don't think he threw, other than that interception, which was like a punt.
Right.
I don't know that he threw a bad ball all game that he didn't intend to.
His numbers should be a lot better. His numbers should be a lot better.
Yeah, he had probably 5 drops.
Two long passes that were dropped that would have definitely turned this game even to a bigger route.
That would have put 100 yards on his numbers. And the other balls that he threw away, he meant to throw away, except for that ridiculous interception, which I actually thought he was turning into a punt, but he says not. He said after the game not. So they go into a bye week. We have John Reed we don't know about, and Noah Cain we don't know
Trent
about.
Gordon,
and
back
Trent
to corner.
Gordon. So we have at least those. I was surprised that he said Cain. Well, he didn't mention anyone in specific.
Yeah.
He never does as far as injuries are concerned. But Franklin said he didn't think any of the injuries were going to be that serious where they might miss.
With an eye towards the Minnesota game.
Yeah.
Correct. And he usually doesn't say anything. And I just got to say, I've been saying it for a while, but if you just think about January of this year and now, and where you thought Sean Clifford was going to be, we weren't even talking about him as a starting quarterback. The guy's got 19 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. He's used his legs. I mean, we're seeing a very good quarterback grow into potentially something special. He's only made 8 starts. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, Dave. He plays with a lot of fire. And it's just remarkable to watch his growth from January to late October.
So we're going to be in, what's the name of that place in Minneapolis? HGBS Bank Stadium.
I wish it was the Metrodome, but sadly I
No. You don't want any part of that. I like that place. And I believe the Gophers are coming off a bye also. Penn State off
Dave,
a
what
bye.
am I doing? What am I doing?
You're boxing out.
No, I'm rowing the boat, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Dave, I'm rowing the boat.
I thought you were Jerry Dunn boxing
Pay
out.
attention to the narrative that's building. It's PJ and James.
And
Similar in some respects, maybe not so similar in others. But
PJ,
he's got that team going.
He's got him going, and maybe it's based on kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. They really haven't.
You're
played.
gonna have fun with the
They
Minnesota. I
really
can
haven't
tell.
played anybody. They really haven't. I mean, the best.
Well, they're
team,
about to.
The best team they played is Nebraska.
They are about to play somebody.
The best team they played is Nebraska.
Micah
Am I
is
wrong?
coming to Minnesota.
I mean, they
Mike is
were
coming.
life and death against South Dakota State, life and death against Georgia Southern, life and death against Purdue. It's a legitimate question, and yet they're playing their best football right now. So we will see what the truth is about all those injuries, and we will see what happens with a couple of unbeaten teams.
Enjoy the bye week and tell Kaiser I asked about him. That wasn't a point.
He's gonna get a lot of benefit, my German Shepherd. Until then, from Minneapolis, adios.